Listen, I'm not saying this is real. I'm not saying the feds confirmed anything. But when my phone started blowing up at 3:12 a.m. with screenshots claiming the FBI allegedly recovered King Von's old iPhone, and that the last message on it supposedly read, "If I die tonight, you did this," sent to Lil Durk, I knew this wasn't just another internet rumor, because this one feels different. The blogs aren't touching it yet, the big platforms are quiet, but in private group chats, Industry A and R's, managers, people are whispering. They're saying federal evidence lockers, digital forensics, recently reopened case files, and an unreleased extraction report that somehow got previewed by someone who wasn't supposed to see it. Now let me be clear, there is zero public confirmation that any of this exists, no official FBI statement. No court filing, no paperwork with seals on it, but that hasn't stopped social media from spiraling, because if that text message were real, that changes everything. Was it paranoia? Was it a misunderstanding? Was it sent during an argument? Or is this just another fake screenshot designed to divide a fan base that's already emotional? I've seen alleged receipts. I've heard voice notes from someone claiming to have seen the device inventory log, and I've also heard from people close to the situation who say this is cap, a dangerous narrative being pushed at the worst possible time. But here's what makes this story explosive. It's not just about a phone, it's about loyalty, pressure, street politics, and what really happens behind closed doors when fame collides with survival. And if even one piece of this rumor is rooted in truth, the fallout could shake the culture all over again. Alright, so let's slow this down and really unpack how this even started, because this didn't just appear out of nowhere. 3 nights ago, a small legal blogger out of Atlanta posted something strange. Not a headline, not a full article, just a vague sentence. Digital evidence from 2020 being re-examined. No names, no tags. But in the comments, someone replied with a single emoji, a black heart and a phone. That's it. And somehow, within hours, people connected it to King Von. Now here's where it gets eerie. An alleged screenshot began circulating in private Telegram chats, claiming that federal investigators recently accessed previously locked iCloud data tied to a device registered under Von's name. Again, no public paperwork, no official confirmation, just whispers. But the screenshot showed what looked like a forensic extraction summary. At the bottom, a timestamp, November 6, 2020, hours before everything went left in Atlanta. And next to that timestamp was a text thread labeled simply D. You don't have to be a genius to figure out who fans assumed that meant, because when people think D in that circle, they immediately think Lil Durk. Now pause. Before anyone runs with this, nobody has verified that screenshot. It could be edited, it could be AI, it could be someone trolling, but the reason it exploded is because of what the alleged final message said. If I die tonight, you did this. All caps on you. Now I've spoken to 2 separate individuals who claim they've seen a similar screenshot floating around industry circles months ago, not publicly, but passed between managers and lawyers as gossip. Both told me the same thing. The message wasn't that simple, meaning context matters. One insider claimed the text was sent during a heated argument about security decisions that night. Another said it could have been sarcasm, street humor, the kind of dramatic language friends use when tension is high. But here's the thing. Fans don't care about nuance. Within 24 hours, TikTok detectives were stitching together old interviews, analyzing body language between Von and Durk from late 2020. Twitter threads started resurfacing past lyrics. Reddit forums went into full conspiracy mode. One post that gained traction said, "What if the pressure that night wasn't random?" Another wrote, "If this was real, why would it stay hidden this long?" Exactly, why now? That's the question insiders keep asking, because according to someone who works adjacent to legal teams in Atlanta, there has been quiet movement around old digital evidence from multiple high-profile cases. Devices re-examined, cloud backups decrypted with newer software. Technology in 2026 is different from 2020. Things that couldn't be accessed back then can sometimes be pulled now. That doesn't mean this specific phone was found, but it means the possibility isn't impossible. And here's where tension quietly builds. A well-known Chicago affiliate posted a cryptic tweet the same day the rumor surfaced: "Stop playing with my brother name." No context. No explanation, but fans immediately flooded the replies asking if it was about the alleged text. He didn't respond. Then another close associate went live that night and said, "Y'all internet people don't know nothing about what really happened." He looked irritated, defensive, and at one point he said something that made people screenshot instantly. Phones get lost. Stories get twisted. Phones get lost? That line alone fueled the fire, because there have always been rumors about missing devices from that night. Conflicting stories about what was recovered, what wasn't, and who had access to what. Again, none of that is publicly documented in detail, but in hip-hop, rumors don't need paperwork to spread. Meanwhile, Durk has been quiet. No tweets, no cryptic captions, just regular promotional posts. But fans started dissecting even those. If he posted a song lyric about betrayal, people connected it. If he posted a black and white photo, people said it meant something deeper. And that's how narratives spiral. But here's something most fans don't know. An industry security consultant I spoke to said it's common for artists to send dramatic messages before stepping into tense situations, not because they predict something specific, but because emotions run high. If anything happened to me, texts aren't rare in certain environments. So even if that message existed, and that's still a massive if, context could completely change its meaning. Was it anger? Was it fear? Was it a joke? Or was it never sent at all? Because here's another layer. A digital forensics specialist posted on a private forum saying that alleged extraction screenshots can be easily fabricated using template generators available online. He didn't mention Vaughn specifically, but the timing was suspicious. And then came the family layer. A relative of Vaughn allegedly told someone close to the situation, "Don't let the internet rewrite history." That statement wasn't public, it was repeated secondhand. But if true, it suggests people close to him are aware of these rumors and not happy about them. Fans are shocked because this story hits emotional territory. It's not just industry drama, it's legacy, it's memory, it's trauma, and the comment sections have turned into battlegrounds. Some are saying, Durk would never. Others are saying, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Some think the FBI angle makes it feel official. Others think that's exactly why it's fake, because attaching federal agencies makes rumors look credible. Now here's the detail that really made my phone start buzzing. An alleged inventory list from an Atlanta evidence storage facility surfaced briefly online before being deleted. On it was a vague reference to Black Apple device, locked, associated with Homicide Investigation 2020. No name attached, no serial number visible, but people immediately screenshot it and labeled it Vaughn's iPhone. Is it? There is zero confirmation, but the timing of that leak, the same week as the alleged text message screenshot, feels strategic to some insiders. One source told me, somebody wants this narrative out, but who benefits from it? That's where things get complicated. If the message is fake, it damages relationships and stirs division among fans. If it's real but misunderstood, it creates unnecessary pain. And if it's real and accurately interpreted, which again we have no proof of, then it opens emotional wounds nobody is prepared to handle publicly. And here's the tension nobody wants to say out loud. If a phone was truly recovered and accessed recently, that means there could be more than one message, more conversations, more context, maybe messages that clear everything up, or maybe messages that complicate everything further, because one line never tells the whole story. Right now, there is no official FBI press release, no court confirmation, just whispers, screenshots, and people inside the industry telling me, and be careful how you speak on this. And when people say that, what usually means something is sensitive, but sensitive doesn't always mean true. It just means powerful, and the most dangerous part about this rumor isn't the text itself. It's what people are assuming it means. Because once fans pick sides emotionally, facts don't matter anymore. And this is only the beginning of how this story started to unravel across social media. And this is where everything went from quiet rumor to full-blown internet wildfire, because the morning after that alleged screenshot started circulating, TikTok woke up. A creator with over 800,000 followers posted a dramatic breakdown video with the caption, "Feds finally opened the phone." He didn't show official paperwork. He didn't confirm anything. He just zoomed in on the blurry screenshot that was already floating around and added suspenseful music. Within 6 hours, it had 2 million views. And that's when the narrative stopped being contained in private chats. Fans started tagging Lil Durk under everything. Old clips resurfaced of him talking about loyalty. Interviews where he looked emotional discussing King Von were reposted with dramatic captions like, "Was there more going on?" Comment sections turned into war zones overnight. But here's what most people didn't see. Behind the scenes, multiple fan pages received DM warnings from accounts claiming to represent legal interests connected to people involved. The message allegedly said, "Stop spreading fabricated federal documents. No letterhead, no official email, just a direct message. Was it real? Nobody can confirm. But the timing was interesting. Then came day 2 of the chaos. A verified Chicago blogger tweeted, "Y'all better chill before y'all create something that never existed." He didn't say the text was fake. He didn't say it was real, just that people were creating something. That subtle wording made fans split even harder, because if it never existed, why not just say it's fake? Meanwhile, someone claiming to be close to the situation dropped what they called context. According to this anonymous source, the alleged message wasn't accusatory in the way people are interpreting it. They claimed it was sent during a heated exchange about whether Vaughn should even step outside that night. The insider alleged Durk had advised against certain movements earlier in the evening, and tensions were high. Again, this is unverified. But if that version were true, the message could have been emotional frustration, not a literal accusation. And that's where the debate got messy, because social media doesn't do nuance well. Clips of old interviews started getting analyzed frame by frame. A 2020 radio segment where Durk mentioned feeling protective was suddenly being interpreted as foreshadowing. Fans are shocked at how quickly memory can be reshaped by a single alleged sentence. Then an unexpected twist happened. A man claiming to have worked in digital forensics posted a thread explaining how difficult it would be for an extraction screenshot to leak without triggering internal audits. He said federal digital logs are tightly monitored. If an iPhone tied to a homicide case was accessed recently, that trail would be documented. His conclusion? Either this is fake, or someone's career is over. That statement added a whole new layer, because now the conversation wasn't just about the text. It was about whether federal evidence could even leak like that in 2026 without consequences. On day 3, a short Instagram live from an OTF affiliate added fuel to the fire. He looked irritated, pacing. At one point he said, "Y'all don't understand brotherhood. Stop letting the internet twist emotions." He didn't confirm or deny anything, but when someone commented, "Was the text real?" he paused for a split second before saying, "Man, stop." That pause went viral. Fans screen recorded it, slowed it down, zoomed in on his facial expression like it was a crime documentary. But here's something else that happened quietly. A close friend of Vaughn's posted an old photo of them together with the caption, "Don't play with his legacy." Comments immediately flooded asking about the alleged iPhone. The friend replied to one comment saying, "Internet lies louder than truth." That felt like denial, but again, it wasn't direct, and while fans were arguing, an even stranger detail surfaced. Someone dug up a 2021 interview where Durk mentioned that he and Vaughn used to argue like brothers. In the clip, he laughed and said, "We'd say crazy stuff to each other, but that's love." That clip alone became ammunition for both sides. One side said, "See, they argued. It could have been said." The other said, "Exactly. It's normal." The tension online escalated to the point where hashtags related to the alleged text trended for nearly 18 hours. Then came a curveball nobody expected. An Atlanta-based reporter claimed on a podcast that no new evidence had been added to the publicly known case files. He emphasized publicly known. That phrasing left room for interpretation, because what's public isn't always everything. And here's where it got emotional. A family member of Vaughn reportedly expressed frustration privately, saying, "Let him rest." That message wasn't posted publicly, but multiple fan pages claimed they heard the same thing from different sources. The family was left divided between those who wanted to ignore the rumors and those who felt the need to shut them down forcefully. Meanwhile, Durk remained silent, and that silence became its own storyline. Some fans argued that if the rumor were completely false, he would address it immediately. Others countered that addressing it would legitimize it. In this industry, sometimes silence is strategy. Then something else happened that raised eyebrows. A music executive posted a vague tweet. "Be careful what narratives you amplify. Some things hurt real people." Again, no names, but the timing was suspicious. By day 4, conspiracy YouTube channels were connecting dots that might not even exist. They started analyzing studio footage from the week before November 2020. They dissected body language, tone shifts, who stood where in group photos. Fans are shocked at how quickly grief can turn into investigation. And through all of this, no official confirmation has surfaced that the FBI found anything new. No press conference, no documented filing, just layers of digital smoke. I see, but here's the piece that really intensified the conversation. A private voice note began circulating, allegedly from someone claiming to have seen the full thread. In the audio, the person says, "Y'all only saw one line. That wasn't the whole message." According to that voice, the alleged text included more words before and after the viral sentence, words that supposedly changed the tone entirely. The voice note cuts off before giving full details. Convenient. Now the internet is asking, if there's more context, why hasn't it surfaced? If the screenshot was fake, who made it? And if it's real but incomplete, who leaked it selectively? Because selective leaks create specific narratives, and in hip-hop, narratives shape legacy. At this point, the story isn't just about whether a phone was recovered. Boy, it's about how quickly perception can shift when a single alleged message appears out of nowhere. And behind closed doors, I'm hearing conversations are happening about whether to publicly address it or let it die. But the problem is, it's not dying, it's growing, and what happens next could either calm everything down or make it explode even bigger. And just when everyone thought the story was starting to simmer down, that's when the real chaos hit. Because now the alleged King Von iPhone narrative had reached a point where insiders say tempers were flaring, alliances were crumbling, and trust inside the circle was evaporating. It all started with an Instagram live that went viral overnight. A mid-level OTF affiliate, the one no one usually pays attention to, went live at 1:17 a.m. dimly lit room on, headphones hanging around his neck, music softly playing in the background. At first, people thought it was just a casual session, but then he muttered something that immediately set off alarm bells. People really think they know what's on that phone. They don't. The chat exploded instantly, fans posting fire emojis, screenshots, and cryptic questions. Some wrote, "He knows something." Others said, "Why is he tripping like this?" He didn't clarify, just smiled, shook his head, and ended the live abruptly. That live clip alone sent rumor mills into overdrive. Within hours, blogs were repackaging the snippet, claiming insider confirmation that the FBI had indeed accessed Von's phone. Twitter threads exploded. Hashtags like #VonnyPhone and #LastText trended for hours. Fans were shocked. Emotions ran high. And the family, the real and digital, it was left divided. Some defended Durk vehemently. Others accused him based on nothing more than speculation and the timing of the alleged text. Then came the first major twist that truly split insiders. A purported leaked DM from someone claiming to be in direct contact with a federal digital analyst surfaced. The messages were cryptic: extraction complete, partial access only, threads visible, sensitive info flagged. The DM didn't explicitly name Von or Durk, but referenced a high-profile case from 2020. Screenshots were blurry, but circulated like wildfire. Social media users dissected every pixel. One detail, a tiny timestamp in the corner, allegedly aligned with the night of Von's death. If authentic, it meant the phone had been accessed in a way that could reveal conversations no one outside that circle was supposed to see. Fans immediately speculated, could the text have been part of that extraction? And if so, what else was on there? Emotions ran high again. Within 48 hours, a video surfaced showing a heated argument at a studio session allegedly between a trusted OTF associate and another Chicago rapper linked to the inner circle. One voice yelled, "Stop leaking stories about him." The other shot back, "They already seen it. What you trying to hide?" The clip was short, barely 10 seconds, but the tension was palpable. Comments erupted. Fans debated what was real, what was staged, and whether the clip was connected to the phone or the alleged text. Then twist number 2. A blogger claiming to have seen partial screenshots of the text alleged that the message wasn't as direct as the viral post made it seem. According to this blogger, the text contained more words. A rambling, emotionally charged explanation that included statements like, "Don't let anyone mess with us," and "I'm watching over everything, stay safe." If that version is real, it recontextualizes the viral, "If I die tonight, you did this" line entirely. Social media blew up again. Fans were shocked. Some said, "See, it wasn't an accusation." Others insisted, "This is exactly why it's suspicious." The family was left divided. Some arguing the text was misinterpreted. Others convinced it revealed betrayal. But the drama didn't stop there. An anonymous source claimed that a private Discord server used by several OTF affiliates had been breached. Screenshots of messages supposedly from that server circulated online. In one exchange, a member allegedly said, "If anyone outside sees these messages, it's over for everyone." Another allegedly responded, "Let them see, they don't know half of it." These leaks, whether real or fabricated, fueled a firestorm. Social media exploded with theories, screenshots, and speculative threads. Fans began digging through old interviews and studio sessions, looking for clues that could validate or debunk the leaked conversations. And then came the third twist, the one that truly shook the fan base. A TikTok user claiming to have insider info posted a screen capture of a deleted voice note, supposedly from a family member of Vaughn, saying, "Oh, they twisting him, stop playing." The audio was short and distorted, but it added an emotional layer to the story. Fans argued for hours about the authenticity, some claiming it was real grief, others claiming it was a hoax meant to stir division. Emotions ran high, comment sections became battlegrounds, and the family, allegedly exhausted, furious, and trying to maintain privacy amidst the chaos. Meanwhile, Durk stayed silent publicly, posting only music and promotional content, but fans dissected his every move. One lyric, an old track about loyalty, was replayed on loop with comments like, "See, he's responding without saying anything." Another post, a black and white photo of him in a studio, was captioned by some fans as subtle guilt or defiance. The speculation became relentless. Then twist number 4. A former security consultant allegedly linked to the original 2020 investigation spoke anonymously to a blogger. He claimed, "If the phone exists and there's a real message, it wouldn't be just a text. There would be voice notes, media, location history. Whoever has it is sitting on leverage that could impact multiple lives in the circle." Fans were shocked. Some immediately jumped to conclusions about what leverage meant. Emotions ran high. Debate spread to TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Every platform had people analyzing tiny details, screenshots, and rumors. The drama escalated further when an alleged studio confrontation leaked online. Two associates were reportedly arguing over who should have had access to Vaughn's device. One shouted, "You think you can just hold that over everyone?" Another shouted back, I didn't touch it, you trying to frame me." The clip was short, shaky, but the intensity was undeniable. Fans went wild in the comments. Allegiances split. Some believed the confrontation was staged, others were convinced it proved the existence of the phone. And then came twist number 5, the final layer that had the entire community debating day and night. An account claiming to be close to a federal insider posted, "Don't believe everything leaked. Some messages are selectively edited." The post didn't confirm or deny the phone existed, but it suggested that some viral screenshots might have been manipulated to create a specific narrative. Social media blew up instantly. Fans argued endlessly. Was this a setup? Was someone using the story to manipulate the public? Was there a deeper game at play inside the music industry? The family was left divided, the circle suspicious, and the culture obsessed. And through all of this, nobody has publicly confirmed that the FBI recovered anything. Nobody has released the phone. Yet the story persists, fueled by Instagram Lives, leaked DMs, tweets, fan edits, and shaky clips from alleged confrontations. Every new post, every comment, every subtle social media hint adds another layer of tension. Emotions run high. The family is left divided. And the question remains, was the text real? Was it manipulated? Or is this entire saga a carefully orchestrated narrative designed to stir chaos in the streets and online? By the end of this week, the rumor had evolved into a full-blown saga. Fans argued over every angle. Social media detectives scoured past interviews for evidence. Bloggers speculated about motives. The family, on still mourning, was forced to navigate a storm of misinformation while keeping some semblance of privacy. Meanwhile, the alleged phone, the messages, and the unseen content remained at the center of one of the most dramatic, debated stories the rap world has seen in years. And just when it seemed like the narrative couldn't get any messier, whispers started about even more hidden files, private chats, and unseen evidence that might surface at any moment, leaving fans questioning what's real, what's fake, and who, if anyone, can be trusted. The drama had no end in sight, only escalation, tension, and the constant question, what really happened on that night in Atlanta, and what secrets does that iPhone still hold? And just when it seemed like the story had peaked, that's when everything went off the rails completely. Late one night, a viral clip surfaced from what appeared to be a private meeting in Chicago. The video quality was shaky, but the audio was crystal clear. Two men inside the inner circle were arguing. One voice, furious, shouted, "You're playing with his name. You know what that text could do." The other responded almost calmly, "I didn't send it. You tripping." But the first voice wasn't convinced. "Then why is everyone acting like it's real? We trusted you." The tension in the room was palpable. Emotions ran high. Fans dissected the footage, claiming every syllable revealed hidden betrayal. The family was left divided again, some taking the first voice's side, others siding with the second. And the fact that this meeting was recorded at all? Fans speculated endlessly about leaks and who might be feeding information to the public. That same week, screenshots of alleged DM conversations between an OTF affiliate and an unnamed federal source began circulating. In one, the affiliate supposedly writes, "You know what's on there, right?" The reply, "Partial access only, don't share." Social media exploded. People were shocked. Fans started piecing together timelines, trying to match the supposed phone recovery with Von's last texts and public appearances. Everyone had an opinion. Some claimed these messages confirmed a secret investigation. Others argued they were fabricated to stir division. The tension online mirrored the tension inside the circle. Meanwhile, another shocking development emerged. A voice note allegedly from a family member of Von surfaced online, distorted but emotionally raw. "Stop twisting his words," the voice said. "Stop acting like you know the man. Oh, you weren't there." Fans debated the authenticity endlessly. Some believed it was proof that the text was being misrepresented. Others argued that it was a subtle confirmation of something darker, a hint that the last messages weren't just casual frustration, but a serious accusation. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Emotions ran high, and again the family was caught in the middle, trying to protect legacy while rumors consumed the internet. Then came the first major twist. An Instagram live from a close associate of Durk, recorded in a dimly lit studio, went viral overnight. In the video, he's pacing, voice tense. "Y'all don't understand what really happened that night. There's more than one phone, more than one story, and people twisting it, they don't know who's loyal." Fans were shocked. Even some interpreted it as confirmation that multiple devices were involved in evidence collection. Others said it was a warning that not all leaks were real. Emotions ran high again, and the comment sections became arguments over loyalty, truth, and deception. The family was left divided, trying to maintain control over a narrative that had already spiraled far beyond anyone's hands. Then the second major twist hit. A TikTok user claiming insider information posted alleged screenshots of a private FaceTime conversation between two OTF affiliates. One of them allegedly said, "If that message gets out, it ruins everything." The other allegedly replied, "Then make sure only the right people see it." Fans analyzed the screenshots for hours, debating authenticity. Some said the chat confirmed internal fear about the alleged text. Others argued it could be staged to manipulate public perception. The drama intensified, emotions ran high, and the family remained divided, unsure of who to trust or what was being leaked intentionally. As the week went on, another layer emerged. A leaked DM exchange from someone claiming to have seen the iPhone's data appeared on Instagram. According to the screenshots, a member allegedly said, "They only saw a piece, the rest is gone." The other replied, "Better, let them guess." Fans were shocked at the implication. Was there more content never revealed? Was this a move to control narrative? Emotions ran high. The family was left divided once again, as insiders debated whether these leaks were real or carefully crafted misinformation. Meanwhile, a heated argument reportedly occurred in a private studio session. Two affiliates were seen arguing face to face. One allegedly yelled, "You're trying to spin the story. Everyone thinks I did it." The other allegedly shot back, "I didn't touch anything. Don't pin this on me." Shouts were audible in the leaked clip. Chairs were reportedly thrown, and emotions ran higher than ever. Fans were shocked. The intensity of the confrontation became viral content within hours, prompting debates about guilt, loyalty, and the real story behind the last messages. Then the third shocking twist. An anonymous source claiming ties to law enforcement stated that a second device linked to the case had been reviewed and contained messages that contradicted the viral screenshot. According to the source, the messages showed frustration and concern, but did not accuse anyone directly. Fans were shocked. Social media erupted. Emotions ran high. The family was left divided, some claiming this proved innocence, others insisting it showed careful manipulation of public perception. The storyline became almost impossible to follow, with multiple interpretations, leaks, and alleged evidence pieces floating simultaneously. Then came a fourth twist, this one involving social media leaks directly. A private Instagram story allegedly posted by an OTF associate displayed blurred messages on a phone screen. One fan zoomed in and claimed they could read the words, "Trust no one outside this circle." Another fan claimed it was a warning about the alleged text. The clips and screenshots were shared across multiple platforms. Fans argued endlessly about interpretation, authenticity, and motive. narrative. Emotions ran high. The family was left divided again. Or it caught in a storm of perception, speculation, and partial evidence. At this point, the narrative was no longer about a single text. It was about loyalty, legacy, and control. Alleged screenshots, face-to-face confrontations, Instagram lives, leaked voice notes. Each layer added tension. Each leak made fans more convinced something deeper was at play. Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided. Social media detectives dissected every clip. Fans debated what was real, what was staged, and what was intentionally leaked to manipulate perception. The final twist that week shocked the entire fan base. A short, blurry clip appeared allegedly showing Durk receiving a text notification, looking concerned, and walking away from a studio session. Fans immediately speculated it was connected to the alleged message from Von's phone. Some believed it confirmed guilt or knowledge. Others said it was taken out of context. Emotions ran high, and the family, still divided, still trying to manage privacy while the story spiraled uncontrollably. Then, in an Instagram live that quickly went viral, a longtime affiliate admitted in a trembling voice, "There's stuff people don't know, messages they never saw, and yeah, I've seen them." The comments exploded. Fans were shocked. Some believed this confirmed the existence of additional evidence. Others argued it was dramatic performance. Emotions ran high. The family was left divided, and speculation intensified. By the end of that week, the situation had reached fever pitch. Fans argued endlessly about whether the FBI actually recovered Von's phone, whether the final message to Durk existed, and whether the leaked screenshots and voice notes were authentic. Social media was filled with debates, theories, and viral edits. Emotions ran high, the family was left divided, and one thing was clear, this story wasn't going away anytime soon. The drama was at its peak, with hidden conversations, alleged leaks, and conflicting narratives dominating the streets, the feeds, and the minds of fans everywhere. And through it all, a single question loomed over everything. Was the last text really sent? Was it misunderstood, manipulated, or fake? Or was it a piece of a larger, unseen puzzle that only insiders truly understood? Nobody outside the circle could say for sure, leaving fans shocked, emotions running high, and the family divided as this mystery continued to consume the culture. Alright, so here's the real talk. If even a fraction of what we just went through is true, this might be one of the most explosive, emotional, and complicated stories the rap world has ever seen. The alleged last text from King Von to Lil Durk, the leaked screenshots, the Instagram lives, the private confrontations, the family divided, and the possible FBI involvement. It's the kind of drama that changes narratives, fan loyalty, and legacies overnight. I need you to drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that message was real? Or do you think this is all a carefully orchestrated story to stir up tension? Who do you believe, and who do you think might be manipulating the narrative behind the scenes? I'm reading every single comment. I want the debates, the theories, the arguments. Fans are split, the industry is watching, and this story is still unfolding. If you're here for the deep dives, the late night research, the off-camera confirmations, the stuff that no one else is willing to touch, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, because the moment another clip surfaces, another screenshot leaks, or a new voice note emerges, we're breaking it down immediately. And trust me, this isn't over.